So if you are thinking about moving to Arizona, you may have already heard now about Arizona monsoon season. So today's video, I'm gonna give you some tips and some pointers of how to survive the Arizona monsoon season. So stay tuned for the video, and we're gonna go over some really important things. 1 for your pets, 2 for you driving, 3 for you and your home, and tips of things that you can do around your home to make sure that you take on as little damage as possible, and we want to keep you as safe as possible. When I come back, I'm probably not going to say it in that order, but we will give you all the information. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at eXp Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate.
Okay, so I have my list. That way I do not forget to go over some of these with you because I really want to make sure that we share this, because the monsoons can be a little scary for some people. Growing up here and being a Valley native, these are dust storms to us, but they're called haboobs now. This is a name that was given to them. Forecasters have been calling them that for a few years now. But growing up, we called these dust storms. Now, sometimes they have rain and sometimes they just have wind and dust. But the scary thing is when the big haboob, if you will, the big wall of dust is coming at you and you're driving, you lose visibility and you cannot see. So rule of thumb is get off of the road. So if you can get into a parking lot somewhere, that's, safest. Get inside somewhere, that's great. But if you can't and you have to just get off the road, the idea here is that you want to back in so that the road, the front of your car is facing the road. Do not pull in to where your taillights are showing towards the road, and you want to turn off your lights. Take your foot off of the brake as well. So you can leave your car on, but make sure that your tail lights are hidden from the traffic. A lot of people say, why do you turn your lights off? Why are you doing that? Because if people see those lights of your car, what's going to happen is they're going to think that's the roadway, and they're going to try and drive through the monsoon and they'll drive right into you. So this is why you turn off your lights, take your foot off of the brake, and back in so that your tail lights are hidden from traffic. So that is what you would do if you are seeing that wall kind of coming close to you. You see it coming, across the road or getting near, just get off the road. It's the safest thing to do. So the other thing that you want to do is, let's say you hear that there's some storms coming, or you're at home and you know that you see some clouds and you're starting to get some weather alerts. You're going to want to do a couple things at your house. Number 1, let's talk about your pets. Your gate to your yard, oftentimes that can get blown open if you don't have a lock on it. So once the storm is over, you want to make sure that that is latched so that if your pets are outside after the storm, they aren't getting out. Also, don't have your pets outside when there is a storm like that. Sometimes with the thunder, a lot of the wind, they can get really upset and try and get away, and they end up running out of the yard. So really, really important to make sure that they can't dig out, they're not out back, that you shut that doggy door and keep your pets inside. Now, if you have a fresh air filter fan in your home, and this is for most new construction homes, I'm gonna say like 5 to 6 years old. These new construction homes have a little switch. Most of the time this is in your laundry room. Some people are probably going, oh my gosh, that's what that switch is for. What it is this just brings fresh air into the home. It keeps circulation happening for fresh air because the homes are built so tight. But if you have that fan going during a dust storm, it's going to be filtering dusty, dirty air. So if you can remember to flip that switch and remember to put it back on, set a timer on your phone or a reminder on your phone to switch that back on, because you do want that on. Now, for our part-timers who have retirement homes here, it's a second home, and maybe they're not here during the monsoons, don't worry about it. It's okay. But this is just a suggestion. In the event that you are home, you might want to do that. Now, our monsoon season, for the most part, is June, July, and August. So I always recommend that you thin out those trees, especially your mesquites and your Palo Verdes. They can build kind of a heavy kite-like top on them and catch air and fall over during the monsoons. Also, a lot of people have those on drippers, and so then the roots grow really shallow instead of them being deep roots. So they do fall over. So I would thin everything out in May and kind of keep them a little bit thinner during the monsoon season. Now, while we're talking about the trees falling over, it's also a pretty good idea to not park next to these little trees that are in these parking lots. A lot of times after these come through, you just see all of those trees toppled over, and they do fall over on cars. So they're on drippers in those shopping centers. So don't park right next to a tree. That's my advice, being a Valley native, living here my entire life. Don't park next to the tree. It might end up on your car during the monsoon season. It was really funny. I received a community text in our little neighbor group. We've got about 20 to 25 neighbors, and we're all on a little group chat on text. And one of the neighbors has a little kiddie pool that she has her grandkids kind of swim around in. And so she put in there, has anyone seen my little kiddie pool? Because during the storm, it flew out of her yard. So that brings me to my next tip, which is going to be secure pool furniture, secure any furniture in your backyard. And if you have any of those umbrellas, make sure you close those up and you really secure everything. If you have covers on furniture, be careful with that, because sometimes the ties, when you have those tied, their air will fill up in there and just keep pulling on the ties and they'll break. I've had this happen on my pool furniture, so the covers. So be careful with that, and just make sure that everything is secured really well. And also, be careful what you have next to a window, that you don't have anything that can blow towards a window. We used to have a swing on our patio, and during one of the monsoons, it was bashing into the window. So we obviously removed that from that area. So just a couple little tips and tricks for you. And if you are planning a move to Arizona, I would love to hear from you. Again, I'm Kelley Norton. I'm an associate broker here at eXp Realty, and I help people that relocate to or within the Phoenix and surrounding areas. So whether you're looking to move because of a job relocation, or maybe you live in the East Valley and want to move to the West Valley, or vice versa, I'm here to help. And we also help a lot of people find a winter home here or retirement homes. So I'd love to hear from you. Calling or texting is the best way to reach me. And you can also go on the website. That's ArizonaLivingGroup.com. Hit contact us. And I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel and click that little bell. That way you're notified when we put up new videos. We also have webinars for relocation, where we answer all the questions that are commonly asked about moving to Arizona. We cover all of that for you. So if you'd love to attend one of those on your computer or in person, please feel free to check out the QR code that you see on screen here. Thank you so much. And if you found any information useful, I would love it if you would give the video a thumbs up and put your comment in there. What has been your experience with a monsoon? Have you had zero visibility? Has it really been a big deal for you? Or have you not even seen one yet and just been teased by them? Because sometimes you see them coming and nothing happens. So they're just a tease sometimes. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope to hear from you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.